Hey everyone, and welcome to this ICSE board session on section and midpoint formula, a very simple chapter. Basically all you need to know is section formula for internal division, that is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. The two formula we should be aware of. Not only that, we should also know the equation of a line and how to find out the equation of a line. That's it. So let us begin with this chapter straight away. So in this session, we are going to talk about section formula and midpoint formula. We are also going to solve some of the problems based on equation of a straight line. Okay. So we'll see some of the questions that were asked previously in year 2018 to 2024. So if you see there are not ample of questions, I won't say it is a very important chapter, but yes, you can expect at least one question, either of a 3 mark or a 4 mark. So basically, this chapter will have questions which are basically longer questions, right? That is of 3 and 4 marks respectively. And then if you see this, again, either you're going to get a 4 marker or you're going to have 3 markers over here. Hardly 1 or 2 questions of 1 mark can also be asked in the exam. So let's begin with the first question. So here is the first question. Now, what do we have? We have 3 points, points A, B and C. They are the vertices of the triangle ABC, right? So we have a triangle, that is triangle A, BC, and points ABC are the vertices of triangle ABC. So the coordinates of point A are 2, 5. The coordinates of point B are -1, 2. And the coordinates of point C are 5, 8. Correct? Now, what is given? It is given that point M lies on AB. Point M lies on AB. So point M lies on AB. That is here. Such that AM is to MB is 1:2. So this is 1:2. And if I join like this, the question says find the equation of line passing through points C and M. Correct? But firstly, what we need to do is we need to find out the coordinates of point M as well. Okay, so let us begin with finding the coordinates of point M. We know that AM is to MB is 1:2. Correct? So if I consider the coordinates of point M as say x, y, we know that x is given by mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, isn't it? Okay, so x1, x2. What is x1, x2 here? If I see 2, 5 can be considered as x1, y1 and -1, 2 can be considered as x2, y2. Correct? So x is mx2 plus nx1 and this 1 is nothing but your m and this 2 is nothing but your n. So mx2, that is 1 into -1, 1 into -1 plus nx1, 2 into 2, 2 into 2 by m plus n. M plus n is what? 1 plus 2. So this is our x. So can I say x will be equal to -1 plus 4 by 3. So x will be equal to 3 by 3. Therefore, x will be equal to 1. Correct? Now let's talk about y. Y is what? Y is equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So y will be equal to what? my2, m into y2, that is 1 into 2, 1 into 2 plus ny1, that is 2 into 5 by m plus n, that is 1 plus 2. So can I say y will be equal to 2 plus 10 by 3, that is 12 by 3. and 12 by 3 is nothing but 4. Okay, we got the values of x and y, 1 and 4. So basically the coordinates of point M. So if I draw the triangle again, the coordinates of point M over here is 1, 4, correct? So this is 1, 4, and then this point is 5, 8. Here I have 5, 8, right? And then if I join this, I get a line CM. So here we have 2 points, right? Here we have 2 points. See, we already know that y minus y1 is equal to m in the bracket x minus x1 is the formula to find out the equation of a line. But how do we find out m? We know that m can be found out by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, correct? And here we have x minus x1. So if I just take x minus x1 down, can I say I can write this as y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is nothing but 2-point form, right? This form is also called as 2-point form. Now 2-point form helps you to write down the equation of a line. So what you can do is you can take one of the points as x1, y1. So this can be considered as x1, y1. This can be considered as x2, y2. And this is the formula, correct? So what is the formula? Y minus y1. Y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus y1, that is y minus 8 by x minus x1, x minus 5 is equal to y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus 8 by x2 minus x1, that is 1 minus 5. So this gives me y minus 8 by x minus 5 is equal to 4 minus 8 is minus 4, 1 minus 5 is minus 4. So this gives me y minus 8 by x minus 5 is equal to 4 by 4 is 1, or minus 4 by minus 4 is also 1. So this gives me y minus 8 is equal to x minus 5. Therefore I get x minus y minus 5 plus 8 is equal to 0. That is x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0 is the required equation of the line. That is line CM. I hope you are understanding how did we solve this. So let's have a quick recap of this particular question. So what we did is, firstly we had 3 points A, B, C. Then it says point M lies on AB. So on AB we have taken point M. Then the ratio is given, AM is to MB is 1 is to 2. So this is M, this is N, MN, correct? And then point A will be x1, y1, point B will be x2, y2. Firstly we'll find out x. X is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. That is 1 into minus 1 plus 2 into 2 by 1 plus 2, that is 3. So 1 into minus 1 plus 2 into 2 by 1 plus 2, that is 3, that is minus 1 plus 4 by 3, 3 by 3, x gives you 1. Similarly, use the formula for y is equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, my2, that is m is 1 into y2 is 2, 1 into 2 plus 2 into 5, 1 into 2 plus 2 into 5 by 1 plus 2, and that gives you 2 plus 10 by 3, and then that gives you 12 by 3, which is 4. You got 1 and 4. 1 and 4 are nothing but the coordinates of point M. Write down the coordinates of point M over here. Use 2-point form. That is y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. There are multiple ways of writing this. You can also write it like this. X minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1. Doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. Just solve it correctly. So now your new x1, y1 is 5 and 8 and new x2, y2 is 1 and 4. So y minus y1, that is y minus 8 by x minus 5. Y minus 8 by x minus 5 is equal to y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus 8 by 1 minus 5. 4 minus 8 by 1 minus 5. This becomes 1. This is same as it is. You cross multiply, then you shift the terms. So you get x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0 as the required equation of line. Clear? Let's continue further. Let's have a look at a new question now. The question says, M and N are 2 points on x-axis and y-axis respectively. Okay. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. I'm taking random points. M and N are 2 points on x-axis and y-axis. So M is on x-axis. So suppose this point M is on x-axis whose coordinates are x comma 0. And then we have a point on y-axis, correct, whose coordinates are 0 comma y. Because the points are on x-axis and y-axis respectively, and point P divides the line segment MN in the ratio 2:3. Okay, this is y-axis and this point is point N, right? Obviously this is M, this is N. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. Alright. And the coordinates are 0 comma y. Shall I write it here? That would be better. 0 comma y. Okay. Now what they're saying? They're saying that there is a point which divides the line segment MN in the ratio 2:3. Now understand, there is a line like this and there is a point here. That point is P. Firstly, you understand that M and N are 2 points respectively. Means what? M on x-axis and N on y-axis. If you interchange, you will go wrong. Correct? So M is on x-axis, that is x comma 0. N is on y-axis, that is 0 comma y. And there is a point P that is dividing the line segment internally in the ratio 2:3. That means this is 2, this is 2, this is 3. 2:3, right? Okay, coordinates of point P are also given. That is 3 comma 2. The coordinates of point P are 3 comma 2. Correct? We are supposed to find out the coordinates of M and N. Okay. Now what we will do is, we will consider the coordinates of point M which is x comma 0 as your x1, y1. Correct? Then coordinates of point N which is 0 comma y as x2, y2. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, and the ratio, that is M is to N, is given as 2:3. Correct? So M is 2, N is 3. Ratio is 2:3, M is to N. And the point, that is point P, which is 3 comma 2, we'll consider that as x comma y. Now we have all the information here. Let us use the formula. The formula is x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So what is x? X is 3. So write down 3. 3 is equal to m into x2. M is 2. So 2 into x2. x2 is 0. Plus n into x1. N is 3. x1 is x. 3 into x by m plus n. Now what will be m plus n? M plus n will be 2 plus 3. So this will be 3 is equal to 3x by 5. So 5 will go that side. 3x will be equal to 15. So can I say x will be equal to 5? We get the value of x like this. Let's talk about the value of y. What will be the value of y? Y is given by my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. But what is y? y is already 2. So this y is 2 is equal to m y2. M is how much? M is 2. Y2 is y. See, m is 2, y2 is y. So 2 into y plus n into y1. N is 3, y1 is 0. 3 into 0 by m plus n. That is 2 plus 3. So that is 2 into 5 is equal to 2y. 2 gets cancelled. So y will be 5. So basically x is 5, y is 5. Correct? X and y both are 5. So this is 5, 0. This is 0, 5. Okay. Now we are supposed to find out the slope of line MN. Now how do we find out slope of line MN? Slope is given by, so we know the formula for slope. Slope is given by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? So y2 minus y1. Basically, if you see the formula here, if you see the figure here, y2 minus y1, that is 5 minus 0, x2 minus x1 is 0 minus 5, correct? So you get 5 minus 0 by 0 minus 5, that is equal to 5 divided by minus 5, and that gives you minus 1. So what is the slope? The slope of the line is minus 1. Easy? Okay. Let's have a look at a new question now. It was asked for 4 marks in the year 2020. The question says, in what ratio is the line joining P 5, 3 and Q minus 5, 3 is divided by the y-axis? Now this is an important term here. It is divided by the y-axis. Also find the coordinates of the point of intersection. We are also supposed to find out the coordinates of point of intersection. So it says, in what ratio the line joining the points. So there are 2 points. There is point P, there is point Q. Correct? The coordinates of point P are 5, 3. The coordinates of point Q are minus 5, 3. And it is divided by the y-axis. So here we have y-axis. And suppose there is a point here. Suppose there is some point here. And that point is on the y-axis. So can I say this point is of the form 0, y, and we are supposed to find out the ratio, that is m and this is n. M is to n is what we are supposed to find out. So firstly what we can do is we can consider this as x1, this as y1, we can consider this as x2, this as y2. So we have x1, y1, we have x2, y2, right? Then we also know the formula, isn't it? What is the formula? We know that the formula for x is given by x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Correct? Now if you see over here very carefully, this is x comma y. So what is x over here? X is 0. So can I say 0 is equal to mx2, that is m into minus 5 plus nx1, n into 5 by m plus n. So this goes here, m plus n will go here, that will become 0. So 0 is equal to minus 5m plus 5n, correct? So can I say 5m is equal to 5n. So m by n is equal to 5 by 5. So m by n will be equal to 1 by 1. So can I say m is to n is 1 is to 1. So basically we had 5, 3, we had minus 5, 3, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, correct? So m into x2, x2 is minus 5 plus n into x1, x1 is 5 by m plus n goes there, that becomes 0. So minus 5m plus 5n, then you solve this further, you get 5m is equal to 5n and m by n is 1 by 1, correct? Now understand. Now we got the ratio, right? So if you see very carefully, this point, if I call this as say point x, I can say point x is midpoint, right? Point x is midpoint of PQ. Can I say my formula for y will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So this y is going to be y1 plus y2 by 2. So can I say it will be y is equal to y1 plus y2, 3 plus 3 by 2. That is equal to 6 by 2. And that is equal to 3. So can I say the coordinates now are going to be 0, 3. So 0, 3 is the midpoint, right? Which is nothing but the point of intersection of the y-axis and PQ. So basically you have 5, 3. See, it's very logical. I'll tell you on the graph how it looks like. 5, 3. It goes in which quadrant? It goes in first quadrant, right? Here. The point is here. 5, 3, first quadrant. Then that is minus plus. Minus 5, 3. It goes here. So it will be like this. So here if you see the distance is 3. Here the distance is 3. Here also the distance is 3. So this point on the y-axis is going to be 0, 3. Obviously. And this is going to be the midpoint. So these two are going to be equal. Correct? Easy question, isn't it? Let's continue further. So now the question says ABC is a triangle whose vertices are, so there is a triangle ABC. And the vertices are given, that is 1, minus 1. This is the latest question asked in ICSE 2023. Then we have 0, 4. And then we have minus 6, 4. And it is given that point D is midpoint of BC. Point D is midpoint of BC. If I just join this. Now the question says, find the coordinates of D. So we are supposed to find out the coordinates of D. Okay, let's focus only on point D as of now. Let's forget about the second question, which is the equation of the median AD. So if we take this as x1, y1, and if I take this as x2, y2, and if we consider the coordinates of D as x, y, so D is the midpoint, right? D is midpoint. So can I say x will be equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, that is equal to 0 minus 6, right? 0 minus 6 by 2, that is equal to minus 6 by 2, which is equal to minus 3. Correct? X is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. Similarly, what will be y? Y will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So can I say y will be equal to 4 plus 4 by 2. So y will be equal to 8 by 2. So y will be equal to 4. So if you see very carefully, we've got the values of x and y. The value of x is minus 3. And the value of y is 4. Correct? So minus 3, 4. Now we need AD. So AD looks like this. Here I have A. Here I have D. So A is 1, minus 1. and D is minus 3 comma 4. Now I need to find out the equation of AD. So can I say equation of AD will be y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. As I said, there are multiple ways of writing 2-point form. This is 2-point form. So this can be taken as x1 y1. This can be taken as x2 y2. So y minus y1, that is y minus y1 minus 1 by x minus x1, which is 1. So y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus minus 1, 4 minus minus 1 by x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1. So this becomes y plus 1 by x minus 1 is equal to 4 plus 1 by minus 4. Now you shift minus 4 here. You get minus 4 into y plus 1 is equal to 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 into x minus 1. So this becomes minus 4y minus 4 is equal to 5x minus 5. So if I take the terms on the other side, so I get 5x plus 4y minus 5 plus 4 is equal to 0. So this becomes 5x plus 4y minus 1 is equal to 0, which is the required equation of the median. So this is what? This is your equation of median. Correct? Easy question. Let's continue further. So we have a 3 marker now. So the question says A and B are 2 points on the x and y axis respectively. Find the coordinates of D. Okay. So this is already given. That means the figure is already given to you. A and B are 2 points on the x axis and y axis respectively. So on the x axis you have A, which is 4, 0. On the y axis you have B, correct, which is 0, 4. And there is a point which divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1:3. AB is 3:1. Okay. So AP is to PB is 3:1. So first thing, very simple question. See, in 2023 it was asked for 3 marks. Ideally this is a very simple question, could have been asked for 2 marks also or 1 mark also, to be honest, because there is nothing much, you just have to put the values and get the answer. Anyways, write down the coordinates of A and B. So what are the coordinates of A? Since A lies on x-axis, the coordinates are 4, 0. And since B lies on y-axis, the coordinates are 0, 4. Correct? The coordinates of A are 4, 0. The coordinates of B are 0, 4. Now take the ratio A to B, that is 3:1. So this is M, this is N, this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Correct? So you have x1, y1, you have x2, y2. So what is the formula for x? X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. That's your x, right? So can I say x is equal to m into x2? M is 3. M is 3, n is 1. M into x2, that is 3 into 0. So x is equal to 3 into 0 plus nx1. N is 1. 1 into 4 by m plus n. M plus n is 3 plus 1. So can I say x is equal to 3 into 0 is 0. 4 into 1 is 4 by 4. Therefore x is equal to 4 by 4 is 1. What will be y? Y will be equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So can I say y will be equal to my2, that is 3 into 4 plus ny1, that is 1 into 0 by m plus n, that is 3 plus 1, that is equal to 12 by 4, that is equal to 3. Correct? So y is 3. And that's it. We get 1 comma 3. So basically we get 1 comma 3. And if you see the figure also, it's very common sense. It is 1 and 3. 1 comma 3. Correct? Easy question. Very easy. Let's continue. Okay. So here it says, in the given diagram, ABC is a triangle. Okay, so the diagram is already given to us. ABC is a triangle, ABC, where B has the coordinates 4, minus 4 and C has the coordinates minus 4, minus 2. And D is the point on AC, correct? And D is also the point on the x-axis if you see. If D divides AC in the ratio k is to 1, we are supposed to find out the value of k. D divides AC. So this is AC and this D is dividing AC in the ratio k is to 1. So can I say this k is nothing but your m. So m is given as k and n is given as 1. Correct? We are supposed to find out the value of k. I guess the figure is here. Okay. So this is k, this is 1. So m is to n is given. K is to 1. Now, what are the coordinates of D? If you see the coordinates of D, can I say D has the coordinates of minus 3, 0, which can be considered as x, y. Correct? Now, what are the coordinates of A? The coordinates of A are 0, 6. Consider this as x1, y1 and this as x2, y2. Correct? This is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Now tell me one thing. If I go with the formula for x is what? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So x is what? X is this here, which is minus 3. So can I say minus 3 is equal to m is k into x2. x2 is minus 4. K into minus 4 plus n into x1. N is what? N is 1. 1 into x1 is 0 by m plus n, that is k plus 1. So k plus 1 goes here. So minus 3 into k plus 1 is equal to minus 4k. So this becomes minus 3k minus 3 is equal to minus 4k. Minus 4k comes here. So minus 3k plus 4k is equal to positive 3. So minus 3k plus 4k is k. And then k is equal to 3. So we got the value of k. The value of k is 3. Easy. So this is 3. That means 3 is to 1. The ratio is 3 is to 1. And you can also check 3 into x2. You can try. 3 into x2. x2 is how much? Minus 4. That is mx2 plus nx1. That is 1 into 0 by 3 plus 1. So this is minus 12 by 4, which is equal to minus 3. That should be your x. Yes, it is there. That means you are correct. So I hope you have understood this chapter on section formula and midpoint formula. Very simple, very straightforward. All you need to know is section formula. All you need to know is midpoint formula and some formula to find out the slope of the line and equation of the line. That's it. See you again in the next session. Until then, keep learning with top scholars. Thank you.